Hello, friends. We are live. Hello. We are live. We are talking about the feminine space. We're a little delayed, which kind of fits good with what we're talking about. Which kind of fits good with the energy of the feminine, which is kind of the holding of the space, honoring the space, flowing with the space. It's kind of like becoming the mother's bosom, becoming the titties that we all kind of suck on, getting nourished from this feminine space. It is what the body being kind of entails, that we kind of allow this feminine space to become, allowing the body to become the feminine space, allowing the house, the kitchen, life become the feminine space. And that requires intention, because the ego is more masculine. It's like it kind of opens up to power, it opens up to love, it opens up to bliss, but it's all like desire, always like wanting. It's like saying yes to things. I want it. I want bliss. I want enlightenment. I want power. I want money. But then going after something also just kind of burns energy. And then you fire up energy, and a lot of people can be like, then they want you, then in that ecstatic energy, then it just becomes like, ooh, it's like falling in love. So then, but we're still just burning the energy, kind of. And then we're kind of just like at the last retreat, a lot of people were suddenly busy, because when we're opening up to energy, a lot of people want this energy. They want you. It's like the girlfriend space. When you suddenly create this intimate space, you can have an intimacy with your husband or wife, like as a, having sex. But a lot of times when you have that intimacy, it can be, yeah, sometimes when you watch football game or something, but that girlfriend space is like they're all daring to kind of go into that feminine space, but it becomes kind of competitive, and you need to control it, and who's in it and who's not. So it becomes kind of, it's masculine oriented, becomes still like selfish, and like you are like, it's scary, fear based. Well, to kind of allow the body to kind of return to the feminine is more like the wise elder. So it's like simplifying the energy to go from this masculine, yes, but also daring to kind of stop and wait and let it sink in and see if it flows. That's when ease comes in. You want to kind of go, but then you want to release, breathe, relax, and then see if it flows. Then it comes from like a different way of moving your energy, moving your body. That's when the body being comes into place. So that's more the feminine space. That is kind of like becoming the king or the queen of your own empire, or the empress, or the emperor, maybe more. Um, it's daring to kind of take it easy, because then you can kind of start making it flow. So when we're opening up energy in this space at the retreats, for example, or on these Wednesdays of ease or one-on-ones, then we're opening up energy So then you suddenly become very magnetic. And that's kind of when people feel like they're like flirting, or they're like with their girlfriends, or feeling good, or just excited. You have this excitement. So then your ego has excitement. But then can you allow it to be embodied? Then you kind of let go of the excitement and see if you can reach beyond the ego, beyond the energy. And that's where ease resides. That's when the beingness resides. So then you can allow yourself to fill from a place of being, from a place of of ease, from a place of simplicity and maturity. That's where maturity comes in. So this energy is kind of intoxicating in a sense. And then, so when we open up, for example, to the last retreat, there a lot of people felt like in the moment we're creating the space, the feminine space, there's a lot of energy. So all your friends, family, they want you at that time because they're feeling, unconsciously people feel this. But where you're just used to from the masculine, just wanting it, controlling it, having it, instead of letting it kind of be nurtured and like kind of let it become like the mother's bosom, where we kind of create a space where you can just suck on the nipples, just suck on getting the milk, just but from a place of simplicity, where you don't burn the energy. So instead of just going through it like fire, you you let it kind of sink back into being, and then it becomes a place of water. And water is more nurturing to the body. So that's where body being comes in, that it flows from a different place. So then you also have to dare to see the chaos, the energy, and also dare to see that it's not going to fit completely. It's going to challenge you to say a little bit, dare to see no as well. Because it's easy to just say yes, but to say, like, well, I might, that doesn't totally fit. So let's, not everything needs to be in the space. Not everybody needs, sometimes things come in that is just from the past and from stuff that you don't need. So it's like the challenge to dare to just be a growing, mature space where you become like the hostess, the host of your own space, of your own body, of the feminine space, which is more returning back to being, where you kind of listen, because that is where life is the feminine, where like everything is already there when you can hear it. And then you have to dare to kind of open to it, but first you have to realize it's there. You don't have to run after it. It's more like letting it come to touch you. So the empress and the emperor allows to claim the space, and then people come to you instead of having to have everybody like attack you. And you allow it to come in a way that it fits, it flows, letting people flow back and forth. So the more energy, the more you can feel like people want into your space, but you also have to take the step back and be like, well, it still has to fit this, you have to honor the space. So it's an honoring. And that's when you connect with the body being, when you honor the space. It's like, then it becomes this gracefulness, the grace of body being, the grace of the feminine. So that is where we are at. That's what we're kind of creating with these retreats, and where it will challenge you, like to kind of honor, to have a session, honor having a retreat, honor showing up. It's an honoring. It's a whole different way of connecting to your body. So you will have to become that knight, that noble being, which is our natural state. But we are constantly running after or running away from things. Because being magnetic, we get into all these like acts of how to handle it. So it's scary to dare to just sink into it and just let it kind of be. So that's kind of where we're at. And that's why we're talking about it, because it is a gradual place. It will challenge you to show up, to put your money in there, to put your honor in there, to put your time in there, because it is putting in honor and time into yourself. So it's like allowing yourself to make love to yourself with the utmost ease. So with that, let's take it a few seconds to close your eyes, a few seconds to kind of sit down into your buttocks, butt cheeks. You kind of let yourself drop back into your seat, or if you lay down, just let it, like allowing this wisdom, this ease to kind of come in. It is where like all of life touches you. It is where you touch your body. Your being touch the body. And it is a loving embrace. So let's just settle into it. And then it kind of comes into your head as your thoughts open up to the space beyond. It's like a pressure in your head. It's like a crown, your queen crown, or your king crown, or your empress crown, or your emperor crown. And it's like with a smile, it's with a gentle embrace, you kind of allow it to come down from the jaw as it opens, as it relaxes, it comes down into your shoulders, into your elbows, into your hands. Like a yawn. As it kind of gets heavier, dropping down into your butt, into your knees, into your feet. And then you can lift your hips a little bit more, like your butt, and just kind of let it sink even a little bit more down. And then it kind of becomes quiet as we kind of enter into space, the feminine space. It's a void space. It's a silent space. And then it kind of comes up and fills you up between your legs, comes up into your butt, into your chest, into your belly, like a breath, like ease, flows up, fires up the body, awakens the body. Yeah, and then it goes through. You can drop your shoulders even a little bit more because it just suddenly just releases. Then it comes through like beautiful song leaving your ear. Beautiful thought, not need to be thought again. Good, great. Like a circle of energy, purple, red, yellow, orange, blue, green. Good. And then you can just let it breathe it out. So, yeah, thank you for showing up here today. Open your eyes again, shake it out like a cat, stretching. And whether you watch it now or later, thank you for your donations. So it's appreciated too. Whatever you feel fits heart space, fits you. Or if it's just showing up and seeing it for the first time, that is beautiful. And we will do this on Wednesdays of ease. And if you have questions, let me know. Thank you. And I will talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.